And the Joey Jones Show continues from Mugshots Grill and Bar on Airport Boulevard. Thanks for watching this morning on UTV 44. Time to talk about the Troy Trojan defense. And you look at them on paper, and I think they're giving up 35 points a game. That includes that game against Mississippi State. And they're not known for defense, let's be honest about that. But they've got some good players on that side of the ball, and they have the potential to give us some problems.
They really do. Got some big guys on the defensive front, good guys in the secondary, and very well coached. So just because they're great on offense, people tend to not look at their defense, and so we're fully aware of what they can do.
All right, how does their scheme compare to, say, a Western Kentucky that we played a couple of weeks ago?
Fairly similar. They're going to play what we think, play a good bit of man coverage, man-free with a free safety in the middle of the field, and they mix their fronts up, try to change things up. But I think that they're fairly similar to what we've seen in the conference.
Now, offensively, we've gained so much confidence. Is that overrated, underrated? I mean, you know, I know there's a big positive to it.
Well, first of all, we are a lot better. I mean, I think when you're better, that helps your confidence, you know. So we're just a better offensive team. Our quarterback play is so much better now than it was last year. Receiver play, offensive line's better, you know, running backs are better. So we've kind of improved in all areas.
Absolutely. Well, let's bring in coach in his second season at South Alabama, wide receivers coach Jerry Mack. And coach, you talk about the wide receivers. We're talking about the depth. You got a little more to work with on your end, don't you?
There's no question about that. You know, recruiting brings wonders.
But talk about the makeup of these kids, you know, because a lot of them are coming into the program. You got a lot that have been through the program as well. They seem, at least on the outside, to be gelling together, to be having fun together, and you can't buy that, can you?
No, you can't. That second year, you know, that first year, you're always kind of trying to fill your group out. You know, now with more depth at the position, we got different type of bodies out there. We know we're able to come together more, get more reps in practice, and just the chemistry is there. You know, the summer workouts and the spring have all helped us.
And it's so much more to it than just a pitch and catch. You know, they developed the familiarity with the quarterback. How difficult is that to foster? And then for you guys, you've got to foster it with two different quarterbacks. It seems seamless. I'm sure it's not,
right, but
it seems like, you know, it doesn't matter whether it's Brandon in there, whether it's Ross in there. They have that familiarity, that comfort level. How difficult is that to foster?
You know, it's extremely difficult, you know, but I think everybody's bought into our two-quarterback system, and that's half the battle right there.
And, you know, unselfishness, the team attitude, that's something that builds for a long time. How are we when it comes to unselfishness? To you know what, if I only get 3 catches today, that's okay because he's going to get 5.
Right. I think our guys have really bought into that, and they've done a good job. You know, the biggest thing is, you know, everybody kind of understanding their role. You know, everybody in our room kind of understands what they're good at and what they're deficient at a little bit, and that makes a big part of what we're doing.
Hey, Coach, that seems to be the case really with the entire team, doesn't it? I mean, you know, at least, again, I'm outside looking in here, but I don't see a lot of me guys.
I tell you, it's a big difference between last year and this year as far as that regard. That's something we've strove to fight for this year, the oneness of our team, and I think they're all pulling for each other, and that's what makes a great team when you have, you know, offense pulling for defense, defense pulling for offense, special teams. It's a great feeling right now.
All right, so you're putting the game plan together. We see a lot of these nice passes that we've completed over the season so far. Talking to Coach just a little while ago, he says, you know, we've got to run the football against Troy today to have some success. When you're putting that game plan together, do you pipe up and go, come on, Coach, we don't need to run the ball? Let's go.
No. You know, I'm a team player, so I'm all about whatever's going to get the W.
But I know when you get those play calls and you know your guys going deep or your guys going, you know, 15 and out, whatever it may be, you got to get excited, man. Here's our time.
Yes, I mean, you got to take advantage of your opportunities. And we know, you know, as our offense grows, we're going to get more and more opportunities to make plays down the field and in the short passing game as well. So we got to do a great job of being consistent and giving our offense coordinator confidence to call those plays.
Defensively with Troy today, what do you see with those guys on that side?
I think they're very talented in secondary. Like Coach talked about, you know, in their linebacker core and also their defensive line core, they're strong up front. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, we got some familiarity with because we recruited those guys, you know, through the course of different seasons. So, you know, they're very active. You know, we really got a good plan. We feel like prepared for those guys.
And it seems offensively, man, we've just exploded. I mean, why is that? I mean, whether it's the running game, whether it's the pass game, you know, we step out on the field and, okay, we've got a good chance of something good happening.
You know, it's that second year chemistry. You know, everybody's buying in, everybody understands their role, where they fit in this offense, from offensive line, quarterback play, receiver play. I think as a team offensively, you know, we're playing better together.
You get the close game at Tennessee, you get the wins over Western Kentucky and Tulane. Where is the confidence level for these guys at this point?
I think the last 3 games we've been playing really well. You know, and as we play well, you know, we continue to move the ball down the field and score points. You know, but our confidence level right now is really good.
But at the same time, you know, we're going into Troy today, and it's a conference game, and it would have been great to get the win at Tennessee, and I think we'll get those wins very shortly. This is a different ball game. This is Troy. This is conference, and the players, I got to imagine, understand the difference here and know that this is. You know, this is a big one.
Yes, just second day of practice for this week. You know, we put together 2 solid practices. We're going to, you know, finish the week out tomorrow with another solid practice. You know, I think those guys, you know, being a potential rivalry type game, you know, they're familiar with a lot of those guys on the opposite side. So, you know, they're going to be up for this game.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it, and let's go get the win.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate the time, as always. Now, coming up, we'll take a look at the Sun Belt Conference, and we'll show you one team that's already played, taking on one of our future opponents, one team that we've already beat one of our future opponents. Interesting game up in Western Kentucky last week. Also, we'll take a look at the pretty light Saturday schedule, so stay with us. Joey Jones Show will come back in just a couple of minutes.